Brainy Buzzy presents 14 Characteristics of a Successful Man. Every woman desires a high-value man in her life, somebody who enjoys your company and commits. He's a real alpha male trying to find a high-value woman in addition. No matter however rare this would possibly sound, high-value men area unit every place. Your drawback can be that you just cannot acknowledge them although they're right before you. If you wish a man to treat you properly, who does? Then hunt for a high-value man. He can build up your shallowness and work with you to become the most effective version of yourself. Therefore, you would like to begin with a brand new strategy and notice a high-quality man. What is high-value man? A high-value man is self-sufficient. He's freelanced and is trying to find a partner with constant characteristics. A high-value man is financially, physically, mentally, and showing emotions freelance of everybody around them. A high-value male may be a nice guy, curious about his own life, shines with self-love, with zero toxicity, and into lovely ladies, inside out. He masters his knowingness, possesses pride, just enough, and he is a master of emotional intelligence. Anyways, a beta male or low-value man tries to be a foul boy. Once in reality, he's the kind of man to interrupt up once one fight, with too high self-worth and ego. He has no would like for improvement and uses social media rather than temperament. It's a plan that a lot of ladies are drawn to success. A high-value man is somebody who has encompassed a ton of success in his calling and is additionally undefeated within the qualitative analysis world. He's enticing, confident, and is aware of the way to create a lady want the foremost lovely lady within the area. Men who have area units of high worth grasp that they need the price. They grasp that they need to be treated well by others and that they do not want validation from anyone else. They don't seem to be poor or insecure concerning their lives. Here are the telltale signs you are dealing with a high-value man. Number 1. Positivity shines out of him. Have you noticed that almost all folks are a lot at risk of noticing somebody if they laugh and smile, hostile somebody who frowns? Constant goes for your high-value man. He enjoys life, enjoys being with you, and everything looks thus easy with him. Most significantly, he's grateful for everything, particularly you. He features a positive outlook on life, and even the gloomiest things aren't getting him down. This is often a result of his believes life is sweet. He attracts it once he believes this, therefore it should be faithful to him. Positivity is the first and foremost surefire sign you're coping with a high-value man, and it is an attribute you may notice ever on your first meeting. Number 2. Emotionally intelligence is his middle name. Emotional intelligence varies from person to person and consists however isn't restricted to those traits: cognizance, social awareness, and self and relationship management. All of those traits area unit extraordinarily vital in an exceedingly high-value man's life, and not simply because he desires to make a relationship. On the contrary, these traits create him who he's and let him move forward in life. Emotional intelligence helps us, of course, gain new partners however conjointly type new bonds with friends, colleagues, and superiors. The additional develop this muscle is, the higher we will type bonds that permit us to move forward in life. The high-value man possesses emotional intelligence and is aware of what to mention and wants to mention it. You're guaranteed to notice this as a result of he is not only a sweet talker. He conjointly genuinely cares concerning his interlocutor. Number 3. He is driven. When a person includes a purpose, he's simply driven through life. The high-value man is driven by success, family, or personal, which means he has found his purpose in life and isn't afraid to mention it. When you return on, you may either slot in or fall out. Of course, this doesn't mean you ought to solely specialize in his purpose. You may notice your own and pursue it with him. Of course, the high-value man has leadership qualities and is prepared to steer his team to pursue their goal. As a high-value lady, you need to help him in his pursuits, and he can do an equivalent for you. Number 4. High self-esteem. This doesn't mean the high-value man is an egoist. Having shallowness means that he stands up for himself, is aware of what he needs, and has positive self-talk. Of course, Do not confuse shallowness confidently, and even worse, with egotism. Shallowness is here to remain, and despite their scenario, a high-value man can perpetually have his persona. This means a high-value man stands his ground and ne'er shows signs of egotism. He's employed on himself and is self-sufficing, ne'er reckoning on somebody else to extend their shallowness. Number 5. He is secure. Security with a man doesn't just mean finances. Of course, a high-value man is financially independent and knows how to provide. On the contrary, the safety I'm talking about is emotional. Have you ever been during a relationship where everything was going fine, and every one of a fast, your partner breaks up with you? A bit like that, out of the blue, the connection ends. Or perhaps worse, they tell you the spark is simply gone and leave you. These areas unit all eventualities that may ne'er happen with a high-value man. He is aware of however he feels, what to try to concerning it, and brazenly speaks his mind. Therefore, one of my favorite traits of a high-value man is his security. Number 6. Commitment is not a problem. The attribute of a high-value man is his bread and butter. He's not afraid to conceive to you that most women love regarding them. While most Sigma males want to play pickup artists and focus only on one meeting, the ultimate high-value man only wants a stable and straightforward relationship. Number 7. He faces his realities. As same before, the high-value man has sensible shallowness. He's an adult who is aware of his priorities, and he's not afraid to safeguard them. A high-value man already has it all patterned out. What he worries about wedding, what numbers youngsters he desires, wherever he desires to travel on vacation. These are, of course, his opinions, and you, as a love interest, and nobody else in his surroundings will influence these core standards he lives by. Number 8. He knows what he wants. What does a high-quality man want? The answer is simple. Whatever he pleases. It is often kids, marriage, a brand new career, a far better job, his own business, a sport, automotive. Of course, it all depends on the person. We have a tendency to area unit talking regarding. In the end, it all comes down to his character, and believe me, he can get it no matter what he sets his mind on. High-value man area unit is renowned for operating arduous. Of course, toil pays off and brings individuals no matter what they want. If you're on his wish list, that is even higher. Number 9. He works on it. After we've talked regarding temperament traits of a high-quality man, it's time to explore relationship dynamics. These square measures the traits you may be ready to see once you're in a very relationship with him. It's higher to seek out for yourself what quantity he invests in a very relationship. High-value men tend to figure for the ameliorating of their relationships. They require an improved future for themselves and their partner and don't seem to be afraid to indicate it. Number 10. Understanding is key. If there's no mutual affection, there's no relationship. Each man and woman useful apprehend this and take a look at to be the simplest version of themselves in their relationships. They perceive the explanations behind every one of their actions, and whereas they could disagree, they still support one another. People ought to perceive one another to be committed and willing to figure through their issues. While most understanding, each party would feel the judge. Number 11. He is attractive. No, he won't be wooer on a white horse. However, having vanity and knowing who he's the tastiest attribute of all. He puts effort into his appearance, and you'll tell. He conjointly dresses nicely for each necessary occasion. He smells nice and showers a day, and now and care he puts into his appearance build him enticing. Of course, you're not attending to realize all high-value men are enticing. However, you've got handy it to them. They acumen to require care of themselves. Number 12. He respects you. Relationships square measure designed on trust and respect. We tend to should treat our partners with the utmost respect, or they'll not trust us or maintain a cheerful relationship. Care is very important altogether relationships, whether or not with family, friends, or vital others. A high-value man respects your opinion, though it opposes their own. He can ne'er insult you or decide your names, and though you reject him, he won't waffle it. He doesn't have any poisonous, noxious thoughts regarding women and has ne'er in agreement with the normal beliefs of what women ought to do with their lives and careers. Thus going around with him is all concerning compromise and respect. Number 13. He is gentleman. How does one image a high-value man? I, for one, see a gentleman first. A gentleman is somebody who treats their partner with respect and care. They're willing to try and do nice things for his or her partner and show that they're fascinated by them. They can even be somebody who flatters their partner from time to form them feel sensible regarding themselves. While he opens the door for you, he disagrees with women's ancient roles. He may believe you wish to facilitate daily, however still take into account you are equal in your relationship. While he opens the door for you, he disagrees with women's traditional roles. He might believe you need help every day but still consider you an equal in your relationship. Number 14. His cards are wide open. Last however not least comes the crucial attribute of each man valuable. Apart from knowing precisely what he desires, a high-value man conjointly permits you to grasp what his intentions are. He doesn't leave any queries unrequited and is absorbed in his intentions. He can allow you to grasp if he desires to be with you. What does a high-value man want in a woman? Most high-value men square measure trying to find high-value women. Well, I cannot blame them for finding out somebody who matches their temperament. Many factors confirm what a high-value man desires in an exceeding lady. For instance, it depends totally on the sort of relationship they need to own together with her, their money standing, what quantity of time they will play along, and what she will be able to supply him reciprocally. Of course, most high-value males desire a stable, semi-permanent relationship to come back home to at the tip of the day. That is what we've going for us, right? The next issue we'd like to have confidence in is whether or not we tend to area unit high-value women ourselves. Of course, if we tend to area unit still attempting to urge there, here is a few motivations. The right is nice motivation. Therefore let's attempt to become the high-value lady we tend to forever unreal of changing into. A high-value man desires somebody assured, intelligent, and impressive. He likes women who aren't afraid to talk their minds and aren't fearful of what individuals consider them. Of course, she is engaging and female. She doesn't ought to have heaps of cash, however, she will get to have her autonomy and life sorted out. Alpha males and high-value males seek for engaging ladies confidently. Get your message across with nice posture, speech, and looks. The term, alpha male, is commonly accustomed to describe assured, assertive men with an associate aura of authority. He's the one who takes management of things and can sometimes be the one to form the primary move. Alpha males are usually celebrated for their dominant personalities and their ability to seduce ladies with their engaging alpha male traits. Of course, if you mix this with the traits of a high-value man we tend to talk about earlier, you get what most people would decision an ideal man. In conclusion, he should be the person each lady dreams concerning. He's the final word high-value man who's freelance and assured. He is aware of what to mention and wants to mention it, creating him the final word catch. It gets better. He's searching for a lacing love interest who's there to remain, and he's not curious about enjoying games. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends, so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and remember to click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.